Hello, hello. How are you all doing out there? As you can see, I have my lovely special guest, NERDWARS.
I'm special.
Yes, you are special. How you doing today?
Fantastic. Just built my first PC. The PCs I've already had, I've had other people build for me. And so today I decided I needed to be a real nerd and build my first PC while ABF and several others hover over me and tell me exactly what to do. I mean, I built it myself and all of the lights turned on, all the fans spun. We still have some troubleshooting, some BIOS to update probably, but one of these at one point it will show up on a monitor and I'll be able to say I built my first PC like a man.
Well, we
So I'm
did
hyped.
do like
And I literally just finished building it, hence why I'm in a hastily thrown together setup. Pleasure to be here 2 minutes before the show.
we
I need
did
a fan
even
for everybody.
we even built a special little intro for you since we were so happy you were coming.
Yay! Oh, it's beautiful.
Here, and this is the lovely little intro we made just for you.
I am even more handsome than I remember.
You are, after all, the three-time waifu champion.
Yes, that definitely was not a rigged competition whatsoever. Yes.
No, of course not. You after all, you had some of the best ladies behind you
I
backing
had two
you.
ladies behind me, and that's all it took to win. Yes. Wait,
Yeah, me and Sonia.
Did you see Thunderbolts?
Yes, I did.
Ooh, good. Okay. Sorry, continue what you were about to say.
Yes, sir. Emperor, Dragon, Dragon Emperor, whichever you prefer. So
I prefer Space Lord. Sorry, I was not expecting the laugh track. Space Lord, Malord also works. Grand Overlord. Anything with Overlord really works well.
awesome.
Esquire.
Yeah. Sorry for the lighting, everybody. Seems like no matter where I go, lighting does not like me. I am coming at you live from my brother's house, so you may even hear some running and jumping up and down up the stairs because those are my nieces. One just turned 5, so we sent her up there so she could watch Bluey and have a nice old time.
These kids love their Bluey.
Yes, especially her. So yeah, I unfortunately went to go see Thunderbolts. I did it for you.
Unfortunately, some people are enjoying it though. I'm not quite sure why though.
Yeah.
I gave it like a 5.5, and then on my stream, I started saying a bunch of good things about it, and I'm like, oh, well, all right, I'll give it a 6 for now. So I'm currently still, and then I listened to F&T where they said a bunch of negative things, and then I'm like, I'm still at like a 6 out of 10. Where'd you end up?
It was kind of slow for me. So I kind of
They did a lot of character stuff.
Yeah, they did a lot of character stuff. I mean, the first 2 acts were just kind of a slog. They started to lose me like right in the middle of the second act, and once the third act came along, I was like, okay, this I can deal with. This I like, and
Who were your favorite characters?
Yelena.
Oh, really? Yeah, I
Yes.
didn't hate her, which I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't care enough about it. They started her off too depressed. They needed to start her off being badass and then getting into the depression. But they wanted to like combine the two, the juxtaposition of her beating up all the dudes while being sad and her talking about how she wants to get out of doing it. I think they should have done a
Yeah,
little
I
more
can.
badass to set her up and then move into the character stuff with her. Because it's really important to, especially in an action movie, you got to make your character immediately likable, especially the main character, which she was, you would argue she's definitely the main character, right? Right, did I lose you?
Yeah, definitely. Um, I think she definitely carried the film a bit more than the others as
Hmm,
far
was
as um, as far as
she was in the
Bucky goes. He felt a little tacked on.
he was tacked on, and that was the problem. He is to the right of her. She needed to be the right of him. He should have been the main character with Red Guardian and Yelena as the backup main characters. But Red Guardian, similar to Bucky, also tacked on there. And yet they still
Yeah, and
put
he
him
was
in the
like the comic
more in the
relief.
middle. Yeah, he was, which they honest I could have used more of. And yeah, so they had the right stuff and the writing was I was shocked. There was actually some decent character stuff in there, but they didn't make me love. I liked pretty much all the characters, and I really liked a couple. And I didn't really love any characters, and that would have helped a lot. I'd say my favorite was actually Sentry, which he made a pretty good bad guy because you liked him, and then it kind of switches, and then he's the final bad guy at the end. Way better than Brave New World, where they're like, "Hey, we're gonna have the Edward Norton villain in. You all remember that from 20 years ago, right? No, don't worry, we're not gonna explain it." I thought he was a hell of a villain. I would
Yeah,
say
Sinners was
Sentry was
also
probably my
good.
favorite.
Yeah, I saw
Sinners I
Sinners
was
as well.
a
That was good.
7 out of 10 for me. It was towards
Yeah,
seven and a half.
yeah, for me, I'd have to give Thunderbolts about 5.5.
Yeah, that's where I landed. My thought is the 1 through 10 scale. A lot of people think is 5 is the middle number, but 1 through 10, it's actually 5.5 would be that median because you got 5 and you got 5. So the actual 5.5 is the actual middle number. So I was like half a point above the median. I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, but there's like in 20 could be a lot up.
Hey, Scoob, sorry, your audio cut out for all of that. Is it my internet or
Yeah,
yours?
I think yeah, my like I said, I'm at my brother's. The volume over here, the speakers and stuff, it's going to be a little bit troublesome, so I'm just trying to wing it.
Okay, I generally always just assume I'm the one having a technical problem, but if I'm ever in doubt that we're listening to a bunch of silence, I will go ahead and start speaking. There
Yeah,
we go. Give me some laugh track if Scooby's the one screwing up, please.
yeah, yeah.
No, not
So,
yet.
but yeah. So I'm just going to try and wing it for today's show. You're my good
I
luck
didn't get a
charm,
host.
Erwin.
I didn't get a host a real stream today, so worst comes to worst, I'll just take over and make it my own stream. I'll go and pull up some tabs. I'll get them
Eh,
ready.
you're more than welcome to. Literally, you are
All right,
seriously, you are more than welcome to.
what are we
Um,
what are we starting? We want to keep going into Thunderbolts, or you want to go around the horn, or
we're gonna go around like a little square. We're gonna talk about various movies first. Secret Wars. What you got? You gonna look forward to that?
we have some movies before that, so Fantastic Four is a little more in my mind. Secret Wars,
Yeah,
they're making some changes. They're trying to make us like Marvel again for whatever reason. People are liking Thunderbolts. I mean, it's better than some of the worst stuff. It's no Wakanda Forever, that's for sure. So they're kind of getting there. But Fantastic Four, I'm so worried about with Pedro Pascal, and then Secret Wars. They are literally writing it on the fly. Also, the Russo
yeah,
brothers don't quite have the magic they used to. So I'm a little worried about Secret Wars.
yeah.
Well,
And we got
wait.
Avengers.
I, I was thinking Doomsday. Secret Wars
Yeah,
is
Doomsday.
like
Yeah,
forever from
Doomsday's
now.
coming up
Okay.
too.
No, I was thinking
Doomsday.
Doomsday. Yes.
I think Doomsday. What does it come out this year or next year?
I believe it's next year, right?
I think
2026.
so.
Oh,
Yeah,
2027. It's a long time. I'll look it up.
Doomsday. I heard that like Spider-Man might be making a cameo.
Probably not. I heard that, yeah, Sony couldn't work anything out, so he's not going to be in the Avengers. But we are getting that Spider-Man 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we are. It's already in production. I think it might be post-production, but yeah. I honestly, I know Zendaya's ended again, and I honestly don't see how. I mean, they really
Because
much
she's that
they
Euphoria was
erased her
popular.
memory.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, that's the excuse they have for why Spider-Man's not in it, because no one knows, no one remembers who Spider-Man is. And yeah, it looks like it's May 2026 is when they're allegedly going to release Doomsday. So basically the first day. Oh wait, so yeah, that's basically a year from, yeah,
May
a couple days ago.
1st.
Which I
Yeah.
can't help but think that's going to be getting delayed. But yeah, I'm far more interested in Doomsday than even Secret Wars, where it's going to be such just a mashing all of the different like IPs together and the different groups together, and then
Well,
I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off.
Secret Wars, there's basically so much can go wrong with that one because it's like a mishmash of characters. Uh, as far as the Fantastic Four, I'm kind of.
The problem is they're going to take from new Secret Wars, which I haven't read yet, but there's an old Secret Wars that apparently is way better, and that's the one with like the Beyonder and stuff. And yeah, I can't. It's going to be like modern Star Wars, where they take here and there, and then instead of just going fully along with what's already established and people like, they're just going to write their own stuff. And I mean, the Electric State, did you watch that? I was going to watch it, and then chat was just like, nah, watch something else. But that one did horribly, and that was the Russo brothers. So I wonder if they're like, kind of like James Gunn. Have they lost their magic? And then they have so many different characters and actors, and they're writing it on the fly, and post-production is probably going to be a hell with lots of reshoots. So I don't know. It might end up as quite the cluster.
Yeah, for Doomsday, the only thing I'm really curious about as far as Doomsday goes is Tony Stark.
Oh,
Uh,
well, yeah. And now we
that's
have
the only thing that I'm really curious. That's the only thing that really draws me to Doomsday is what part is he going to play? Fantastic Four. I don't know about you, but
okay.
I'm really nervous because like first off, the costumes look horrible.
Oh, I do not like it. Like retro futurist, I like that idea. The suits, terrible.
Hi, Tony.
I'm going to make just one point. I am not Doctor Doom.
You're not Doctor Doom yet.
Yeah.
And Tony, you chill out. I bet that $45 million or whatever it is gonna make it okay for you.
Yeah, but having Pedro Pascal and stuff, that's wrong casting. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Did you stay for the full post-credit scene for Thunderbolts for the Fantastic Four show up?
Yeah, but I don't remember much of what happened. As soon as they showed up, I was like, nope, I'm gone.
Well, they don't show up as much as it shows their spaceship, and it just shows that 4. It shows that on their spaceship, and that was like the only time the audience cared. And one guy like in front of me was like, "Yeah, Fantastic Four, yeah." And that was like the only reaction when, spoiler alert, Taskmaster gets blasted in the face and immediately just dies. It's so great. I clapped for that. But other than that, my audience didn't really care. Even though they were like primed and ready to like it and seal clap, didn't get much laughter. 2 or 3 laughs out of me, maybe 4 or 5 laughs out of my theater. Were people finding it funny when you watched it?
Not really. My theater was kind of like, how should I put it? You can drop a pin.
Really? Yeah.
They were really quiet. They were louder. They were much louder for the Minecraft movie.
Oh, yeah.
I hated that movie, but people were much louder in there. Even some of the adults, I was like, "Oh God, come on!" But yeah, no, this one was silent.
I was hoping for more licensed, like classic rock songs. Those songs that like James Gunn uses. With the trailers, there actually had some really good editing in the trailers going along with the music, had some good song choice. And I was pumped to get a lot of good music to get me going along. Like I learned from, like my videos, my documentaries is the difference between having music and not having music is huge. And it really, really changes movies depending on the music. And I was really expecting to get more like in the groove. I watched Grease recently.
Yeah.
Go Lightning, go Grease. I had my shoulders going back and forth a few moments watching Grease, as gay as it was. I had none of that. There was no, like, edge of the seat moments. The guy sitting next to me, like about 30 minutes through, reclined even more and then started laying on his side like he was about to go to sleep. And it's like that. Like when you were saying it's kind of slow or, or like boring or whatever, it's some character stuff. It's when your recliner seat, when you turn it into a bed, that's not a good sign. An action superhero movie like this, we need to be on the edge of our seat. And one of the ways you do that is with some good music. Sadly, they didn't do it.
Yeah, definitely background music and stuff. That definitely makes a.
I need like the background, like the good license. Like we don't, I don't need sympathy for the devil played, but oh my god, since they're like bad guys, like they probably would have played sympathy.
Okay, a good example of a good example of music being used, like really good, would be Guardians of the Galaxy.
Or I would say more recently that we just mentioned, Sinners. They did a
fantastic.
I wish they had edited with the music a little bit more like cuts on the beats and stuff like that. There definitely could have been done more of that. But overall, yeah, music was a really big part of like the story as well. So having the good music and that, that same style of music that's in the movie works so freaking well. You didn't get any of that with Thunderbolts, sadly.
Yeah, when it comes to certain parts in a movie, it's music is key. And music is key when it comes to certain parts of the movie. And then sometimes if you don't even have any music, it's like you lose the audience overall. There have been times where
Warfare. I saw Warfare. There's literally no music in it. It's kind of weird. Like honestly, it definitely took away not having music. And it's a war movie too. Like it should have had like some metal or something at least once the explosion started or something.
And then it was a while ago, a couple of years ago, that Sandra Bullock movie where the entire thing was silent. There was no sound at all, no background music or anything. She was like
Quiet Place with the monsters.
No, she was in space or something.
Oh, okay.
And there was like no sound at all throughout the entire movie, and people were saying, "Oh, it's this."
Gravity.
That might have been it. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's Sandra Bullock in space, right?
Yeah.
Charlie.
I am hearing dinging, and I have a feeling it's something from my brother. He has
so unprofessional. I'm gonna eat my Cliff Bar. God, you're so unprofessional. What were you saying?
Professional YouTuber. Yes, Superman is. I don't know if that's one I'm going to waste my money on.
We still waiting on our first official trailer as well. The trailer they released, theater or studios, they put out one that's like the pre-official trailer. They haven't put out the real trailer yet. Why, James Gunn? Why haven't we gotten a real trailer yet? It's out in 2 months. It's going to make or break the whole studio. Where's the real trailer at, James Gunn? Pussy?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I wouldn't go far as calling him a pussy because of it, but yeah, exactly. Pussy. I would really like a next trailer. A trailer that's not one with the dog running to him and grabbing him. Take me home, Crypto. I'm sorry, I'd like more than that.
We haven't even heard people talk in a real trailer yet. Why, James Gunn? You pussy?
James Gunn, please give me something. Anything.
He's too busy trying to figure out how to write us in as being Nazis into his movies. I hate that guy. What?
I think in that one clip where they show Crypto running to his rescue, isn't he wearing the cape? The Crypto cape?
I think so, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
he is.
Yeah,
'Cause
we saw it
if
before the
he's
Minecraft
in that,
movie. Remember?
yeah, and of course, this, and of course, 1,000 Monkeys in,
And that's us.
yeah, the
I am.
1,000
I'm a
Monkeys.
troublemaker.
What was it? There's in
Yeah,
the script
typewriters,
read,
yeah,
it
in the
was,
little pocket
yeah, it
dimension.
was 1,000 mutated monkeys or whatever writing on typewriters. Of course, James Gunn is going to implement animals doing something.
Junmin, did you watch Warfare? Because I didn't really. It wasn't enough of a story or movie for me, but I was like, I bet some vets would absolutely love the shit out of this movie. So yeah, I'd be interested to
Yeah,
know if you actually saw that.
I never saw Warfare, but
The realism is a 10 out of 10. But then there's like no real like story or characters and stuff because it's based on real story and it's all very bottle episode. So it's very much so made just for like vets, but then at the same time, I'm not sure if I would recommend it to vets because it's like PTSD trigger the movie essentially. But yeah,
oh
that's one
wow.
that needed some music. But they say lots of all the numbers and letters and all the tactics and official and how they actually do stuff is super realistic. So apparently it's good. But yeah, I like a little more like Black Hawk Down. I need some story, some characters.
Yeah, I never saw it,
Nah, I wouldn't
but
recommend it.
huh?
A lot of people loved it though. It got really good reviews.
Well,
Super niche though.
I'll check it out. Question is, if I
Something.
check it out, will you check out The Greatest Showman?
Oh, yes, for a small fee. I'll put it on the wheel. I have to watch Phantom of the Opera. I almost said Phantom of the Menace.
Yeah, the Greatest Showman. I showed it to my mom. My mom never watches any of the movies that I recommend to her. I've tried to get her to sit down and watch.
No, Jimin. So Fury is definitely on my list. You did not spell it as Fury though, June. You might need to make a correction because
Furry is that sounds like something JDA would say. I'm sorry. That definitely sounds like something John Delarose would say. Furry is the best movie I've seen.
Yeah, so Fury is definitely on there. Yeah, war movies, they weren't really my thing. And then you guys had me watch Saving Private Ryan. I went, oh wait, these war movies are amazing. World War II was literally like made to be turned into a story.
Saving Private Ryan, I did not like, and I'll tell you why. It made me cry, and I hate it when a movie makes me cry.
Oh, well, have you ever seen Grave of the Fireflies? I watched that recently. I had to pause them multiple times at the end. I didn't cry, only because I paused and took some breaks here and there at the very end. Because oh my god, it's so good. Speaking of movies that can be like just characters with hardly any story, that movie, and yet they do the character stuff so well. It doesn't matter that there is no story.
Yeah, I've seen Grave of the Fireflies. When you were talking about mech anime that you wanted to watch, one that I think you would actually really, really like is the Bubblegum Crisis series.
Yeah, I think
There's
I've heard
two
of that.
different versions. There's Bubblegum Crisis, and then there's Bubblegum Crisis 2040 or 2050. It is really, really good. I have the whole series. It's really cool.
So I'm gonna throw it out. Being called Bubblegum Crisis. This is cute anime girls and mechs, right?
Yes.
How did I know? How did I know?
But not just regular mechs. Personalized, built to form. So when they put them on, they're like skin tight to the.
Sex and mecha.
And each one has their own special ability, and they run on a battery. So they have to do what they can do by a certain amount of time. It is a really cool show. You have to watch it.
It's kind of Evangelion kind of does that where they have to be like plugged in and then it gets severed and it's like, oh, you've got 3 minutes left. Yeah, that's always good stuff.
Yeah, no, for them it's a different story, but it's really good. You should definitely try and check it out.
A lot of mechs do very, very similar, like shows do very similar things. Like I was watching one last night and it did this similar to Evangelion or like a Pacific Rim where you can't just get in a mech and operate it and be good. You have to like connect with the mech like mentally or in like one way or another, and then like
Yeah,
mechs can like reject you. I always
and
like that in mech.
it's basically they're in skin tight metal suits, and each one is
Well,
built
awesome.
specifically for them, and basically they don't have to connect to the suit in any special way, shape, or form. They just have to have the skills to use it. Can you throw a punch? Can you do this? Can you do that? Okay, congratulations. You can use the suit.
Have you ever watched Gurren Lagann, or however you pronounce
Yes.
it?
Yes, I have.
All right. So obviously that show is amazing, but one of my favorite things is when you have the mechs where essentially you're like doomed, and then you go, but I won't ever give up. And then like all the energy bars go like 120%. And then like all of a sudden you're like the next level, all because like your sheer willpower. Yeah, they also did that in the mech anime I watched last night. And then yeah, they do that. That's literally Gurren Lagann's whole like premise.
I
And
think
yeah, I like that.
I think Fantastic Four would be awesome if it had dragons and mechs.
Honestly, just a cast that I like would be a big
That too. I mean, the
part.
very, very, very first Fantastic Four movie with Owen Grufford, I liked. That one was good.
You know, I'm not sure if I ever even I had to have watched those back in the day. We were talking the
That's the
Jessica
one
Alba
with
one.
that's the one where Chris Evans was
Okay, yeah. Well, as a girl, you might remember it as the Chris Evans one, but every guy remembers it as the Jessica Alba one.
yes.
Mhm.
Because for me, I remember it as the Owen Grufford one because at the time he was my Hollywood crush.
Yeah. Yeah. The correct answer is Jessica Alba.
Chris Evans, I refer to as the Chris Evans one. I only refer to that when I can't remember Owen's name.
Got it.
That's the only time. And
yeah, not excited.
Shout out Alec Baldwin. How's it going?
Yeah, he was the lead engineer of my PC build stream.
So I
if it
noticed.
doesn't work, it is his fault.
So I noticed, and Mo Zamboni mentioned that he had one that caught on fire.
Mine hasn't caught on fire yet. It's getting there though.
Yeah, yet. Emphasize on the word. But
So,
yeah, I think with how many Marvel movies that have come out so far, though, right now that have not been good, dragons, mechs make it better. End of story.
Jessica Alba, like, is good. Put a hot chick in it. Maybe not Vanessa Kirby. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah. Sex sells.
And like even Yelena, she's attractive enough, but she was no ScarJo in tight black leather onesie costumes.
Yeah, that much is true.
I mean, she's obviously she's pretty enough, but like Hollywood hotness scale, she could have been
Florence Pugh. She's like a classic beauty, I guess you could say. She's not a Sydney Sweeney, Scarlett Johansson type hot, but she's still pretty.
Oh, yeah, I would be very nice to her and say very nice things to her face. She is a very pretty lady, but it is Hollywood and sex sells, so make them hotter.
And I know there's something I want to try and do. I know I'm hoping I can get your. I know you hate him.
Oh, gross! I hadn't even seen that. Hate crime.
But what if I get you to change your opinion?
Oh, he didn't murder all those dogs?
No, but what if I could get you to change your opinion just based on appearance?
Oh, he didn't set the entire town on fire and kill untold numbers of innocents?
Well, would you forgive Rambo? Okay, well, would you forgive Rambo if Rambo looked like this?
Oh, right. He did nothing wrong whatsoever.
But if it's a Sydney Sweeney.
No, this is the. But if he looked like this, the cops wouldn't have been like, "Hey, homeless drifter, what are you doing?" Now, if you made her look like homeless drifter, then maybe the police should ask what homeless drifter is doing. Because if she looks like a homeless drifter, that means some crackhead just walked into your town to S a bunch of D's to buy some crack, and you should run her out. But when she looks like this, how's it going? Give you a ride to get a cheeseburger?
But would you prefer that appearance?
As opposed to Sylvester Stallone's appearance?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the track. Yeah.
Make her Rambo 2.0.
Well, they did Rambo 2.0, and they made sure you knew who the bad guys was in that, who the bad guys were in that one in the first minute when you get to see decapitated heads and then the bodies they were decapitated from and dead children with flies all over them. But in First Blood, it was a friendly sheriff just doing his job. Yeah. No, it's like in the book, he literally was living out in the woods and stuff. He was like straight up, yeah.
He's always in the weirdest situations. He is. I think a Sydney Sweeney. I think a Sydney Sweeney Rambo though is what we need.
Yeah, I don't really like the. As I'm saying, like with the gender swapping, with like the strong women, all those things we have issues with. Why do those issues go away if you just make them really attractive? Crazy. Make them hot and busty. Who would have thought? Sex sells. Yeah, she's not even the best actress. She's good enough, but yeah, she's not exactly Oscar winner. But it doesn't matter because she's hot and she isn't an asshole to the fans. She accepts her hotness.
Yes, she's very based. That much I like about her.
She's also single at the moment. Just saying, it's even hotter. I can fix her. I don't care. I don't care how many cops she manslaughtered.
So for her version of Rambo, you would like.
Well, I mean, what do you mean? Like, yeah, do I want the hot chick Rambo?
Okay, so would she change your mind about the whole thing if she was the character?
And look like this, or does she look like crazy, like cart lady?
And looked like this.
But that changes the whole. That like totally changes the whole story. Yes. How many dogs does she murder?
I don't know.
Ooh. Okay. Well, Rambo kills like 11 in the book or something like that. Very violently, forces them to fall off a cliff, purposely hunts them down to kill them. So
if she doesn't leave if she leaves the dogs alone.
Yeah, so if we completely change the entire story and we make Sylvester Stallone Sydney Sweeney, yeah, Rambo's the hero. Wait, does she get arrested at the end and then sent to prison to do hard labor?
She'll get arrested and you'll see things that a guy would love to see.
Conjugal visits? Does she have conjugal visits?
Yes, she can get visits.
Well, whether or not she's the hero or villain will depend on the conjugal visits. Honestly, yeah, she can strong woman all she wants.
She can judo flip you and everything.
Yeah, I just hope she doesn't hunt me down and then slit my throat like Rambo in the book.
Oh yeah, he does do that a lot, doesn't he? And he also has that the crossbow.
Well,
the crossbow that
does he ever have a crossbow? Just is a bow.
In the movies,
yeah, but that's just a bow.
In the movies he had a crossbow. One of them he actually shot a guy, and the crossbow had like an explosive tip to it.
Oh, well, see, but now we're talking about Rambo in different movies, which is the whole problem. If Rambo in First Blood had been the same as Rambo 2 and 3, there would be no problems. But it's a completely different character because it's based on a book where Rambo is a psychotic serial killer who comes into town trying to start a fight and purposely just starts murdering everyone to prove a point. And then at the end, he murders the sheriff, who is literally Jesus. He is such the good guy that he starts having like out of body experiences, and he has like empathy superpowers and like goes into Rambo's mind so he knows where Rambo is going and like how Rambo's feeling and stuff. He literally gets magic empathy, like Jesus powers. He's an absolute saint. At the very end, Rambo fucking murders him, and all he can think is after he hears Rambo get his brains blown out, which is what happens at the end of the book. All he can think is, well, I'm glad he's not in pain anymore. So the guy who just murdered him, he is like, man, I'm worried about him, and I'm glad he's okay now as he dies. Literal saint versus literal like sociopathic serial killer. And that is the reason why he is the bad guy in the first one, because they tried to take the source material, rewrote it 26 times, and could not find the right balance. And Sly gets a lot of the credit for turning him into the good guy. But then the people running it kept taking the script and changing it, which is why it got all fudged up. If Stallone was allowed to write it all, there probably would not have been any issues whatsoever.
Stallone, okay, so take Stallone's script, put her in it as Rambo, and it's an okay with you?
Sure, yeah, sure.
Mission accomplished.
It's complicated. I feel like you didn't want me to talk that much about Rambo, but I could continue. Let's talk about the personality traits of heroes and bad guys.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
No, I'm kidding. Let's talk about, I'm moving on to video games. I'm done with the Rambo talk. I accidentally turned myself into a Rambo expert, like top 1% Rambo expert on the planet. I kind of hate it. I haven't got to play Expedition 33 yet, and as soon as that PC actually starts working, I'm playing it immediately. I cannot wait.
It has sold over 1 million copies within 3 days. And it's done so well that there's actually talks about giving it DLC.
They need to turn into an anime and a live action show as well.
I would not be surprised if they turned it into like a movie or a show.
Like Ghost of Tsushima. We're getting that turned into an anime.
Yeah, and then we get screwed over with Ghost of Yotei.
Have you played Ghost of Tsushima recently?
Yes, I have the director's version, so I have the main game, all that stuff, and the DLC.
I just played it for the first time and beat it recently. There are so many freaking women in that game and so many strong women in that game. It was unbearably woke in that aspect, to the point where I started choosing not to do the women's missions because I was tired of so many strong women. So anyone who was shocked by Ghost of Yotei, who really enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima, I would consider playing the game again to remember just how many strong women were in it. My hope was that having a female character meant that we'd actually get more male characters, because obviously the reason we had to have so many female side characters is because we have a male side character, so we need all the women. So I was like, well, hey, maybe I'll actually have more men in this game where the main character is a woman. And then they released the trailer and it's like the Kill Bill, and you got like the 7 dudes you gotta like go after and kill. I'm like, oh my god, this is already looks more high tea than Ghost of Tsushima.
As far as I saw the gameplay for it, the gameplay looks like the gameplay from Now Away from Assassin's Creed Shadows. It looks just the same. And her story kind of sounds boring, but as far as judgment for the game overall, I want to see more of it. It's one of those things where I'm kind of like, I want to see where they take it.
So Twisted Metal, wasn't that like Peacock or something? I was gonna say, because if that was on Amazon, I would have watched it. Did it end up on Amazon?
Twisted Metal, I think, was on Peacock.
Like Paramount, or Peacock, yeah. Like Paramount, you might trick me into subscribing to someday, but Peacock, how does that even still exist?
I don't know, but yeah, I think it was on, because I remember watching couple episodes, and I was like, oh god, this is horrible.
Oh really? Oh, some people actually liked it.
I didn't like it.
Julian was saying? Yeah, he said it was he called it great.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, like Fallout, I thought Fallout was great. A lot of people hated that.
Fallout was good. Fallout was legitimately good. I thought that was good.
Give me Expedition
Fallout,
33. I haven't even played it yet. I already want the anime.
but yeah, I've Fallout. They're already. I think they didn't. They just finish their second season, filming their second season.
I don't know, but I mean, they better be filming it or close to, yeah. Because
But
yeah, it
yeah,
was darn good. People actually watched it, and yeah, Prime doesn't have a ton of those shows, so
but yeah, Expedition 33 is doing so well that the creators are saying chances for a DLC are very much in the books. It's highly possible.
that's like
People
that's
who
how it
are
used to
looking
be back in
for,
the day. You get the $50 game. The $50 game sells really well, and the studio goes, "Oh, well, then we'll make extra content for you." Man, that was such a nice model, rather than like day one DLC.
so those of you who have played the game, really liked it, and expect more, well, then be patient and you just might get that wish. As for the Grand Theft Auto, for those of you wanting it this year, hate to break it to you, nope, not getting it. Not till next year. Gotta wait.
I mean, didn't we all know that though?
Yeah, it's kind of like KOTOR at this moment. It's in development hell.
And yeah, it looks like you can buy and rent Twisted Metal on Amazon. But yeah, so I think it was Peacock then. How many episodes? 10. All right. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, did anyone think Grand Theft Auto was coming out this year? There's like, yeah, if anyone thought it was coming out this year, come on now.
I got so happy when Lost Soul Aside said it was going to come out this year. I was like, yay! And then when I heard that it was getting postponed, I was like, boo! I want it now. And the reason they chose to postpone it, it's because games like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta aren't that popular anymore. As soon as I heard that, I was like, "Bull fucking shit! These games are actually making a comeback."
So I'm gonna be starting a gaming channel, and I wanted to play some older games to have the like some backup videos. And those are two of those games I'm going to be playing. Yeah, what Devil May Cry 5, Bayonetta, Nier Automata, Metal Gear
Yeah, and
Revengeance. Those
they're
games
like,
are
"Oh, yeah." They were like, "Those games are out of style. They're not making." I'm like, bullshit. Half the games this year are all hack and slashes that have gameplay that are similar to that. Even one that's coming out that a lot of people are looking forward to, Tides of Annihilation, looks very Devil May Cry-ish, and a lot of people are looking forward to that. So it's kind of
Tides
like,
of Annihilation, you say? I'm not sure if I've even heard of
yes,
that.
Tides of Annihilation.
Yeah, I would say I love me some hack and slash. My issue is everyone's love of Dark Souls and Souls likes. They're
That
really
is
not
why
my
they're
thing.
postponing the
And
game. Is they want to make it more Souls-like.
that's my problem. I
The
hope I love the aesthetic of Souls-like games. They always look so cool and the worlds are awesome, but I don't want to just kite, dodge roll, block, kite, dodge roll, block,
Yeah,
get one attack in, and then repeat. That's not
he's
my thing. I'm a hack and slasher.
yeah. He said he wants to focus more on the Souls-like aspect rather than crazy combos and things like that. I'm like, but crazy combos are what's
No.
fucking fun.
Yeah. Oh, why? Kite, block, kite. Oh, I got a parry in, guys. Sorry. I will say though, I am mildly intrigued by that Elden Ring Night Rain. That
Oh, the
might be the
co-op.
game that final. Yeah, that if a game were to get me into Dark Souls, it would probably be Elden Ring. And, I just keep putting it off. But I see that Night Rain, I could play with my friends and stuff, and you got like different upgrades and classes and weapons and stuff. All right, I'm mildly intrigued. Yeah, this Tides of
Yeah,
Annihilation looks cool. Yeah, all of these like Souls-like games always look so cool, but then it's just all block, dodge roll.
Tides of Annihilation looks awesome. As
No,
soon as
I'm
I
looking
saw
at
that, I was like, oh hell yes.
Fuck. Yeah, and that's actually I was really interested in Expedition 33 because of this style. And then a lot of people were turn-based combat. Damn. I'm like, but the story, like, aesthetic looks so cool.
The music for Expedition 33 is awesome.
Oh
From
yeah, that's
what
what I've heard.
Hypno says, from what Hypnotic says, if you don't know how to parry, you're not going to survive in the game.
Pairings for homos. Is the nice way I would put it. I would say I could do a block. I'm fine with some dodge rolling. Parrying? Is that what the P in LGBTQ MNOP is?
That's kind of like how I am with Devil May Cry. No, I will rush towards you and I will swing my sword like crazy. And if I miss, I'm going to use my guns.
In a lot of games, I forget what the block and parry button is. Some games, I forget you even can parry.
I forget that they exist.
The best
and then
defense,
I wonder why I die.
No defense.
I forget they exist, and then I wonder why I die. And with Grand Theft Auto being delayed and stuff, everybody's saying, well, what's going to be Game of the Year? Okay, well, it's kind of obvious for the moment. It's going to be Expedition 33.
Yeah, there's going to be some other Souls like that comes out. And
Wu
don't forget my Balatros.
Yeah. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers is coming out in July. That's another hack and slash that looks good.
Yeah, those. Yeah, I like the Wukong, that, like a Stellar Blade, like that level of Souls like I can live with.
Yeah, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers is a female lead, but it's not woke. It looks awesome, and the gameplay looks awesome. And the new Onimusha, another hack and slash, also bringing in Devil May Cry like gameplay. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of them coming out this year, and I'm absolutely glad about that.
I was saying earlier about one of the ways that make up for having strong women, because so many of us we're just tired and the pattern recognition's getting to us. How do you solve the problem of us being tired of strong women as the main character? Make them hot anime girls. Well, make them hot is what I said earlier. And the East they figured this out. Like, there's so many animes that are great that have female protagonists. You never once think, oh, woman in charge. But sadly, here in the West, we used to know how to do it. Not so much anymore.
Simple. It's very simple. Make them hot. Don't make them crybabies. Don't make them boss women. And just make them fun and playable. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I believe America made their version of Expedition 33. They called it Forspoken, I believe.
Don't remind me.
Because it was that same sort of aesthetic and like world and what have you. Except it was strong women.
Yeah, the Isekai version.
Yeah, essentially. And yeah, that's why, like, when a gay person or whatever pops up in anime or manga, at first I go, and I go, nah, the East Asians can actually do this stuff right. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and usually it ends up working.
It's funny. I was reading yesterday when I was looking up on the Grand Theft Auto 6 to get more information. Half-Life 3 is actually being play tested right now and is most likely going to be released before Grand Theft Auto 6.
I don't believe you. I'm going to call out misinformation.
Well, we shall see. That's all I can say is we shall see.
Half-Life
I would say Steam
confirmed.
100%. The problem though is, like, Valve already has a game that they're working on, right? That the MOBA game that they just suddenly like shadow dropped the beta for.
I don't know which one you are referring to.
I'll look it up. Yeah, well, it's a MOBA, so who cares? I'd rather play a Souls-like than a MOBA. Gross.
Yeah, Mouse PI. I'm really looking forward to that. Oh god.
Deadlock. That's the game I was thinking of. Yeah, so if Valve's working on a game, it's presumably Deadlock.
I want Mouse PI.
What the hell is that?
Mouse PI. It's basically like classic. Okay, so basically, think Steamboat. I think the art style is for art style. Think of Steamboat Willie when like back in the Disney days, and you're running around killing people.
Cuphead, basically.
Similar but better. You're basically running around killing Disney characters.
All right, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it works on me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I remember what you're talking about now.
Yeah, and they showed they just recently in the Future Game Show for in the Gamescom for Latin America, but for the Future Game Show they showed they showcased a couple of the weapons that you can use, and they looked fucking awesome. I was like, oh yeah, this game is mine. I'm buying it.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of a Doom like.
It looks so
Okay,
cool.
yeah, that looks surprisingly good for what I expected.
Yes, thank you
And
for
I'm
putting that up there. With my internet, I probably wouldn't be able to put it up. But yeah, that's it.
and you're
And
shooting like poison that looks like you're shooting splooge on everyone.
it looks awesome, and it kind of reminds me of Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yeah, I never played that, but that was surprisingly popular.
I will be, if you're curious about Bendy and the Ink Machine, I will be streaming it at some point. So you can always
Didn't that get a show or something as well?
Bendy
Some
and the Ink Machine. I
Yeah.
don't think so. It got a
Something.
sequel. It got a sequel, but it didn't get a show.
I always like see merch for like that's when like the random things will have like a hot topic, and I'm like, why is this here?
Yeah, it's a cool game from what I've seen.
Oh yeah, no, there's a upcoming live action horror film based on the game.
Oh wow, that's news to me.
Yeah, it looks like
The
they're
Half-Life.
talking
Okay,
about?
so Omega, the Half-Life 3 rumors.
Yeah, I figure it's similar to like the Undertale fan base.
Let me look into that.
Xbox Series XS. What's a Series X?
I think it was just one of the logos for the Series
More?
X.
Yeah, I
But,
understand.
yeah.
What is it? I've never
I
heard
was
of
referring-
Series X before.
Yeah, that's another version of the Series X.
What's a Series X?
The Xbox Series X.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
The most recent underselling Xbox console.
Oh, the thing where I have to remember what it's called every single time I try to talk about it. Yes. Oh, that one.
Yes, that thing that's recently
The one that
raised its
that
price.
failed so miserably in the console war. I didn't know its name for years and years. And in the PS5, basically only won the console war because Microsoft is terrible. And the PS5, there's like no games. They're already talking PS6, and it's like you gotta make some games for the PS5 first. So literally lost a console war that was like anyone's to lose. And they think, you know what? After 6 years, we're gonna need an extra $80.
So yeah, the console didn't sell well in the first place. So what was their bright idea? Raise the price.
Money, please. Hardware sales are down. So money, please. Oh, wait. So hardware sales are down.
But we
So you're
still
going to
want
charge more money
money.
so people buy less of them.
You would think that they would do it the other way around, where it's you charge less money in hopes that people would buy more.
Hey, you're talking
But-
crazy now.
As it is, the only thing that's really keeping the Xbox afloat is the Game Pass.
Yeah,
it's
which
their,
we
it's their
all
lifeline right now.
they talked about all the stuff they're raising prices on, and they for some reason forgot to mention they were pretty much guaranteed to raise Game Pass prices as well for the holidays. But they just conveniently forgot to mention that part because they know that's the only thing people actually care about.
But it kind of makes you, I mean, I don't know if that's like, was this their plan all the time, or did they just kind of, see the whole, is this,
Well, part of
this
it's
inspired by Nintendo? Did Nintendo have a,
Well, a lot of gaming companies have been waiting to raise prices because they probably should have raised prices a long time ago, but gamers flip out whenever they do it. They took too long, and instead they moved to the services model. And then even with that, with the AAA, the production budgets are just getting like insane. So they probably needed to raise prices a little while ago, which is when they finally were able to get it to the 70, and people were finally cool with the 70. And then Nintendo's like, you know what? Let's immediately go to 80. And they went too fast. And then Xbox said, hey, well, at least Nintendo, I mean, that Switch 2 is like, yeah, the pre-sales already, immediately sold out. I think it's going to sell. Nintendo fans are crazy. People are going to pay the prices. Xbox, though, the thing that people already didn't like, people are hating on, where remember the glory days of the 360 or whatever, the 5 360s that we owned. No one is thinking that with the Series X. No one wants this. You can play Xbox on your phone. You can play Xbox on your TVs now. You'll be able to play it on your fridge before long. No one's going to sell it. This console's just dead. I consider this console to be dead. I don't see it selling too many more at this point. So they basically just, out of greed or corporatism, decided, yeah, let's just fully kill our console. But hey, if any idiots are going to buy it, we'll get an extra $80 out of them. Idiots.
Oh, and for Fomega, I can't pronounce your screen name. According to the Half-Life information, it is reportedly being play tested.
Scoob?
Yes.
I'm going to leave this stream if you try to tell people that a Half-Life 3 rumor is fucking true. Holy shit, you have to be full-blown retarded.
That's why I said reportedly. So don't.
You should say retardedly. It's a lie. It's a full-blown lie. They did have a secret game they were working on. It's called Deadlock. It's still in beta. If they're working on a game, it's going to be Deadlock. Valve has no reason to make games. They make way too much money off selling games. Any sort of thing they do is going to be a little like a side project like Deadlock or whatever. They're not giving you Half-Life 3. Plus, if they make Half-Life 3, it's not going to live up to everyone's crazy, absurd expectations, and everyone's going to complain about it, and it will do nothing but hurt their brain. They already gave it to you as well. Half-Life Alyx. Oh, well, it's not the direct sequel. You're not getting it. Now, once AI is good enough, we will probably make it. But till then, my rumors are telling me that your source is retarded.
Well, when there's any further news on it, whether it's proven wrong or true, doesn't matter. Either way, I'll take your word for it.
It's been proven wrong.
I will take your word over it over any other game.
Times.
I will take your word over it over anyone else's any day because you are the reigning 3-time waifu champion.
I have more a chance of being reigning 4-time champion than Half-Life 3. It's not a thing. It's people just wanting views and clicks. It's never, ever been true. We will maybe someday in the far distant future be proven wrong once. Till then, we'll be proven right 10 bajillion times. So I'm going to go with the 10 bajillion right. And I'll be happy to say, oh, I guess they did work on it here in 50 years.
So, yeah. I was looking at TechSpot and Gadget. I was looking at TechSpot, Game Post, PC Games.
Actually, I heard that Kathleen Kennedy is leaving Lucasfilm to work on Half-Life 3. She's going to be the game director, I hear.
Wow, if that happens, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
The characters would be getting raped.
What? No. You're thinking of Harvey Weinstein.
Just like Andor.
Yeah, I know. Did you even watch it? It really wasn't bad.
It was okay.
Just the dialogue. The dialogue was terrible.
As far as Andor goes, it's one of the better series.
That's just not the case. Ahsoka is better than Andor. It's so bad.
The first season was actually pretty decent. Slow, but pretty decent.
I'd literally rather put something in my butt than watch more Andor.
Luckily, though, I don't own Disney Plus, so I don't have to watch all the episodes. I canceled my subscription like years ago, and I watch that stuff through my brother's system. I leech off of his account.
Yeah, well, regardless of how much you pay for it, it still sucks. And I love that all the season 1 defenders are now like, oh, well, season 2 is bad actually for these reasons. I'm like, oh, all of the exact same problems with season 1 are suddenly a problem now in season 2, and somehow you didn't notice them in season 1. It's almost like you're retarded. Oh no, but like Tony Gilroy, like he wrote things and like there's writing and like it's slow, but if you make it to the 15th episode of season 1, it really gets good.
But why would I want to wait? Right?
Well, I don't. What did you say?
Said, why would I want to wait that long? Why can't they offer up anything that's good up front first?
I liked Skeleton Crew. That was actually pretty good.
It was okay.
Because it was
I liked it.
fun and they were likable characters. All the characters were likable, whereas in Andor, not a single character is likable. Hell, Thunderbolts actually managed to make their characters likable. Andor, you actively are rooting against the characters.
As far as Skeleton Crew goes, I only liked what's that guy's name? I didn't like the kids.
All the kids were great, in my opinion, and I like the little blue elephant's little brothers. I would have bought one to hit with a spiked baseball bat if they were available. Wait, are they available?
You want to give him this? You would have bought one to get the to give it the same treatment that you do Grogu.
Yeah, he needs a friend. Blue elephant plush.
Yes, that's
oh my
right.
God. All right, I see a Neil one, but I need Neil's little brother. It's so adorable.
Oh my God.
Oh no. No soft toy of Neil for sale? Yeah, hell, even Neil was great. Yeah, Neil was great. I shouldn't have liked him, and I really liked him, and there wasn't a single person I liked in Andor. Holy crap, everyone who likes it, you're just wrong, and you should probably stop watching things. I said it.
But yeah, Xbox, it makes you wonder what in their fucking mind made them think they should raise their price.
Corporatism, yeah.
Corporate greed.
Being completely out of touch with customers.
Corporate greed is every company's best friend.
Meanwhile, Expedition 33 comes out with $50 price tag, is $5 off on Steam the first couple of weeks, and on Game Pass.
And people loved it. And what's funny is the people who created Expedition 33, at first, they were a little bit worried about Oblivion remastered when it came out. They were worried about it affecting sales. But when they saw that it had no effect, they were happier than happy. I think they just
stay a small studio. Go from 30 people to 50 people. Please don't go to 300 people.
Yes, do not sell out, please. Please keep us good. Just stay small. Give us good games. That's all you need to do.
You can have 50 people and still be small. As long as it's under 100 people, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Well, just give us good games. Have like a DLC team and a Expedition 32 team or whatever.
Even fun cheesy games like Schedule 1 or Yasuke Simulator. You know, those were fun.
Yasuke Simulator is the worst thing I've ever played, and I should have demanded a refund. I got it gifted to me, and I was about to demand a refund. Yeah, don't give that game money.
I was gifted it as well.
Okay, that's acceptable. It's the worst piece of crap I've ever played.
I liked it because it was just so stupid.
No, stupid's fine. The terrible game mechanics and game theory and
the mechanics
lack of like checkpoints and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So bad.
But it was stupidly fun.
Nah, it wasn't even fun. It was really just stupid and bad. Aniru? Yeah, but Schedule 1, that one on the other hand was incredible and fully deserves all of your money.
Yeah, Schedule 1's good. I liked it. I
That's
got
my
the.
game.
I didn't buy it, but I have the demo, and my brother does have it, so I kind of played it on his Steam account because we both have Steam accounts. So yeah, it was good. I liked it.
The multiplayer is amazing too. You actually literally like run an operation and delegate tasks, and yeah, you got like your sellers, your growers, your mixers. Yeah,
I've
I
never
really
done multiplayer for it.
4 people is a lot of fun. You literally run it like an operation. It's great. Like
That's
when I was playing, like I was the one like picking up supplies and doing, I forget what I was doing. ABF was like going crazy, mixing things, making some meth with like 8 ingredients. So yeah, like he was hooked on that. I was doing all the other stuff like at the warehouse, and then you had 2 people out selling, and then one would be Gooch, just constantly getting chased by the police and caught or killed. And he mostly just lost us money, while Hayden was full blown spaz, just going out making that money like in his like element. It's beautiful. And it's like, all right, I need this, and oh, we got that, and it's like, oh well, could you pick up such and such on the way back? And it's beautiful. Kids drop out of high school and play Schedule 1 instead. It will teach you far more life lessons.
so.
I'm not
What
kidding.
do you think about the Polygon sale?
They say we're not supposed to dance on their graves. What else am I supposed to do on their graves then, if I'm not going to dance?
Piss?
Spit? Piss? Yeah, I feel like dancing on the grave is kind of friendly, a little jig or whatever. But like, I'm kind of shocked. I thought Vox Media was supposed to die like a year ago. It's still selling stuff off, so it's one step closer to Vox being dead. Polygon's dead. Best part is a lot of them got fired. Giant Bomb or whatever had a bunch of layoffs. I cannot wait for the full death of games media. They deserve it. And also, just websites in general are all going to be dying. Ad space is terrible. They don't make crap on websites, and then all of us, we go to search engines now, and we put in our little question or whatever, and then we just look at the AI answer, and we never click on the website. And because of that, and the more popularity of AI searches, there's going to be no ad revenue. All of the websites are going to be shutting down, but the ones people actually like, they'll be fine elsewhere. The Polygons, the Alyssa Mercante was having her freak out the other day, talking about how her and a bunch of other unemployed journos need to get together in a Discord and like see what they can do. So I hope they all fail and they have to go hide on Discord, where they try to be games journos. Everyone hates them. So instead they just try to be like drama farmers, which is what they've always been, clickbaiters.
It doesn't matter, Alyssa and them, they can build they can make as many those online sites as they want to. Eventually it's going to get sold. Eventually they're going to get sold off or shut down. And I hope Kotaku's next.
It's like magazines. It's past its time. There are still magazines that obviously exist. You go to, the checkout lane at your grocery store. There's plenty of magazines, but as a medium, it's basically dead. Most of them were killed off, and that's what's eventually going to happen. There will be a few remainers, and they'll probably all be owned by the same company. And people won't really use them. We'll go to IGN for some game guides or something like that. But for the most part, their only use will be for the AI search material, and no one's going to go to them. And then, there'll be a few that survive and get by, and their writers will get paid nothing. And then they'll get really mad at like Hypnotic for actually making money and having support of people. And they're just going to try to cancel everyone, Alyssa Mercante style. They're going to turn into the drama farmers they always were, is my guess.
I think it probably would have been better if they had just maybe gone the
hell game where they came from.
Either go to hell or just start making, just like they used
Oh,
to.
well, what you do in these situations is you become a YouTuber or a streamer. The problem is everyone hates them, so they can't do that.
Uh,
Alyssa Mercante, the
they
last
can
time
always,
I saw her Twitch, she had like 78 or like 82 paid subscribers or whatever. Hypno gets that before an intro ends.
yeah, that's an understatement. Uh, I mean, I think if they even have a hope to so much as even stay alive, they might as well just stick to game guides.
That's what they were supposed to do. And then Alyssa's like, hey, CEO, how's about I try to attack all the YouTubers instead? And they said, fine, you can stay and attack YouTubers. And then months later, she left her job as everyone else got fired. She just coincidentally quit as everyone else was getting fired. What great timing, Alyssa.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
she went to Rolling Stone and wrote about like Overwatch porn and stuff like that. And then she recently announced that she's back to serving as a waitress, which I was a server for the longest time. So obviously, I love my food industry people, my service industry people. Love you guys. All my people working on tips. I love you. But oh boy, her having to sink down to us normal people and have to go wait some tables. It's beautiful. It's glorious because she saw herself in her ivory tower, Miss Editor in Chief. And now it's Miss Editor, and I need a refill on my Diet Coke, bitch. This will be reflected in your tip. And it just warms my heart.
Shout out Cassie Cage. How's it going? But I didn't know you were a waiter.
Oh yeah, as a server for a long time, and then I realized that delivering pizzas, you didn't have to do anything but show up with the pizza, and you got paid more. So I started doing that, and that's how I was able to watch so much, culture war stuff to get all the clips to put it in my documentary. Most of that I was driving, writing on a notepad, writing and timestamps down, driving with my knee, trying to write some notes. I probably should have died, but I didn't, and now I'm here where it's safe to get clips. Thank you. I love you, chat.
And then we wouldn't have you.
Mm-mm. Yes. Yeah. What? Oh, no! It finally happened. Oh, so I Hypno, when he just had the one, or no, had like two videos on his manga channel. I watched one for like 3 minutes. No, like
Uh-huh.
2 minutes, because I saw it and I was like, I just want everything. So I think less than a week ago, I finally had to buy more shelves just to house all of my manga. So Hypno, it finally happened. I'm finally a manga enjoyer. I had to buy more shelves for it. Most of the way through Attack on Titan. Fucking love it. God bless it.
I have the Attack on Titan video game.
Oh yeah, Attack on Titan 2 I currently own. I'm definitely gonna be playing that once I finish.
I got I gotta say, I had so much fun. I'm like one trophy away from getting the platinum for it. I'm like, yay! And then I realized, oh crap, this is gonna be hard. So I've been trying to get the platinum for that thing. I've been working on the platinum for that for like about 2 years now.
Let's see, book. This is my next one, book volume 22. It's actually really great. There's certain parts where it's really great to take a break. So I've been reading a bunch of comic books and stuff.
The
Manga, man.
anime,
Manga is built different. I like, oh wait, yeah, Hypno. This is what I wanted to say, because Hypno for the longest time is all manga is better than comic books for various reasons, like value and cost and what have you. And it's like, oh yeah, all right, Hypno, yeah, manga's better, whatever. I mean, I like the colors and stuff, and sure, whatever, manga's better. Hypno, I'm very close to saying manga is better than comic books. I mean, I probably should. The story's 100% better for sure. But yeah,
depends on the comic. It depends on the comic for me.
I
And
know there's so many good but yeah, no, you're finally starting to win me over, dude.
as far
Well,
as like anime versus manga, it depends. There are some shows
well,
where the anime is better, and there are some shows where the manga is better. But I normally just swing towards the manga, and it's kind of like Yeah, I
Okay, well,
prefer this a lot more because this show has too many fucking fillers.
Hypno, thanks to him, Tokyo Ghoul is one of the first ones I read and freaking loved it. Went to the
Oh,
show
that's a cool
and
one.
it was quite a bit different. And I went, no, I can't do this. I'm sorry, I can't do it because the manga was so much better. And that's usually the answer is the manga, the like character, story, all that stuff is better, but then the action is it's really why you watch anime. Because I mean, I love my comic books and manga, but the action scenes get a little hard to follow, not quite as much impact on
Bleach.
certain things. So yeah, anime definitely better for action, but generally all the character stuff and story, it's always manga.
Yeah, especially when it comes to manga like Bleach and Sailor Moon and stuff. That's where the anime comes in, but the fillers they need to go. I cannot stand fillers.
Yeah, that's like One Piece. I finally was just like, I need a movie to watch. Recommend one of the movies because I just wanted to skip ahead to like the nice newer animation and stuff. And yeah, the movies, and then also I know all the weebs are gonna hate me, but when they do an entire season, when they smush it down into one movie, sometimes I like doing that. Obviously, it's not as good, but man, it smushes all that filler out, which is nice.
It's not that bad. It just depends on how it's done, and it also depends on the series. So
Yeah,
if it's a series that you can afford to do that with, then it's okay. If not, then that's a different story. Like if you have
I
a good example would be Inuyasha. If you take every single fucking episode from that series and smashed into one great big movie, it's not going to be pretty.
Oh, well, it's usually seasons, like Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. I love the manga Ghost in the Shell. The first
Mm-hmm.
volume one is absurdly good. Honestly, just stop there. And
I
then I
loved the
watched
PS2 game.
the original. The original anime I really enjoyed, but on that second watch after the manga, it just was not the same. But then
Yeah,
standalone complex, I couldn't really find an easy way to stream it. But they did on I think free on YouTube. I mean, you may have to have premium, but they had the movies where it's just a season compressed, and so I just watched those because I was never ever going to be able to watch the series, and it was really good. I was really happy, and of course, it's not going to be as good, but it's like it's that or nothing. I like the movies. I said it. Hate me, weeps. Also, I watched a Sailor Moon movie not that long ago.
there's
What?
nothing wrong with Sailor Moon.
Who
Okay,
said anything about Sailor Moon? I don't know what you're talking about. It was super gay though. You still there? Scoob, come back.
I
Oh,
was
there she
muted.
is. I thought I was about to host. All right, today's stream we're talking manga. Hypno, I sent you an invite.
We went from movies to games. Now we're just focusing on the manga and anime.
I got the shelves, man. I was able to whip out a Goku. I had extra space to finally whip out a Goku. I mean, come on.
That sounds so wrong.
What? Whip out my Goku? Hey, chat, y'all want to see my Goku? All right, what are we moving on to next, Scoob?
Well, since you seem to love your little manga talk, we're going to move on to that. How about that?
Oh, wait, there's manga talk? Okay, what's the manga talk? Wait, can we talk manhwa? I'm gonna just say, Hypno, if you're still here, are you on the solo leveling train or not? You have to read it left to right. I know that's weird, but
Solo leveling was actually pretty good. I was surprised.
actually pretty. No, you mean a masterpiece? I believe is what you meant to say.
I was surprised.
There's some really sad news though for any of these solo leveling enjoyers. In an interview, the guy who runs the studio was talking about how, yeah, they'd love to do season 3. Or no, it was the guy, maybe the guy who did the show. Yeah, they're looking forward to season 3, but the studio who does it has a bunch of other projects, and anime is really in demand now. So yeah, at some point they'd like to start on season 3. They haven't even started on it. Who knows when they're going to start it? It's going to be so long before we get season 3. God. But thankfully, there's a way to get more story. All right,
Hey,
sorry.
at least you're getting something. At least the
Yeah,
series, isn't canceled.
oh yeah, no, this. I can't imagine this getting canceled. This is super popular.
That was Hypno already had in one of the waifu battles he did. He already had like I think one, maybe two characters
Ooh.
from from Solo Leveling.
Heck yeah, there are some cuties, but as all good shows, the main character is a dude. And my favorite part is he's not like an 8-year-old anime girl in elementary school where we have to spend a bunch of time in elementary school. Please stop doing that, anime and manga. I don't want to see you in school. Please, God, I don't want to see it. I want to see the monsters and the aliens and the superpowers. I don't want to see the 8-year-old girl in school having like little school drama problems. All right, sorry.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
I hate that. There's so many good anime and stuff that's just ruined by, we got to go to school and, what club are you going to join? I don't care. Go kill monsters. Right?
But they have to have some sort of, backstory, or they have to have some friends.
No, sorry.
That's the excuse you're going to hear from a lot of them.
If you hunt demons, drop out of school. I'm just saying.
Unless it's a demon hunting
school. Hold you back. Yeah. Like a Jujutsu Kaisen kind of situation. Yeah, then I guess stay in school.
Yeah. Then that's a different story.
All right, Jujutsu Kaisen. Did I even say it right? Jujutsu Kaisen. Sorry.
Yeah. I have to say, as far as video games go for the anime, Ghost in the Shell had a great one on the PS2 era. It was really hard, but it was really fun.
You play any of that Kazan? What is it?
Kazan Berserker?
That had a really interesting art style to it.
That's a good game. That is a really cool game. The gameplay for it is really solid, and the artwork is really cool.
Yeah, if only it weren't Souls-like-ish. But hey, I get it. I know Hypno loves the Dark Souls. There's so many people who loves the Souls-likes. I get it. It's just really not my genre. But man, the art and aesthetic of all those games were always so cool.
Oh. Like I said, I love my hack and slashes.
Yes, that God of War 1 through 3.
Stellar Blade, I loved. I loved Stellar Blade. Did you get a chance to play that?
No, because it was just. Is it even on PC yet? Yeah, it was PS5.
It's going to be on PC this year.
Why would I own a console? Like to play DVDs on?
But consoles need love, and they make very good paperweights.
So in the future, like we thought consoles were just going to turn into PCs, but I finally realized consoles are just going to become TVs.
I'd have to say, I can't afford a freaking, I can't afford a freaking laptop, a gaming laptop. I cannot afford a gaming PC, so I'm stuck with my PS5. As far as my Steam games go, when I'm at my brother's, I go to Steam there and play on that. Because at least at my brother's, I have access to my Steam account.
Well, in the future, you won't have to buy consoles anymore. You just got to buy a new TV. You can already, TVs are already Xboxes.
Yeah, my Samsung already has access to like so many freaking games from so many different companies.
Has anyone played one of the Netflix games? Like, you can't even play them on PC. Like, it's only on mobile. I think they actually just made it to where you can play them on. But it like keeps telling me all. And then some of them, they've got like Dead Cells and like Hades. I assume they're like more mobilized versions, but like games I play, and I'm like, I want to play, but on Netflix.
I didn't know Netflix had games.
Oh yeah, they're leaning all into it. Like Black Mirror had an episode where the guy creates a game in it, and then they put out like a mobile version of that game, essentially, and all up in that transmedia.
I don't know if you already know this, Hypnotic, but Expedition 33, there's talk of it getting some DLC. So you may want to look into it. But
Next,
what do you think it's gonna be? What?
Scoob, did we lose you?
Yeah,
Manga
I'm right here.
channel Berserk and why you should own it. You there yet, Scoob? Son, did we actually lose you? No, it's not the
I hope not.
Did I screw up? I probably screwed up.
Oh my God, did we lose you? Chat.
It's me, BRB.
Okay. Chat, what do you think? What do you think is going to be game of the year? Expedition 33. Toss out some ideas. What do you think it's going to be? I know it's a bit early to ask, but since Grand Theft Auto 6 has been postponed, that leaves quite a few options. Let's see. I think it's going to be Expedition 33. Zilosi, one of my wonderful mods, also says Expedition 33. That is just the biggest joke. I wish they had one for worst game of the year, because that would easily be on that. Expedition 33. Somebody said something about GTA 6 in chat. What was it? Expedition 33, Expedition 33. That's actually a good question. I honestly don't think so, because it's scheduled for release for next year now. And I think we'll probably have a PS5. I think it'll probably be, if anything, PS5 Pro. But I don't think it'll be a PS6, maybe a port to it or something, but I don't see it being released for a PS6 exclusively or anything like that. Let's see. More Expedition 33. Expedition 33 deserves it, but probably won't get it. You never know. Anything could happen. I mean, like anything. More Expedition 33. Wow. Okay. Okay, here's a different one. Omega, Monster Hunter Wilds. Possible. Oblivion might be one as well. And boom, he's back. Now we can't hear him. I think he's I think he's muted. Chat, you might want to let him know. I think some of the Game of the Year's contenders can be Kazan vs. Berserker. Expedition 33. Monster Wilds, that's a possible good one. Okay, go for it. Aw, he left the studio. Oh, well, it's at the 90-minute mark anyways. Oh, don't say that. He's one of my favorite people. So, thanks for coming to see the show. Though we had a few bumps in the stream. Hopefully next time will be better. He definitely will be back as a guest. I will make sure of that. Next weekend, please swing on by on Saturday, because next Saturday we will have Cinevere. Okay, here he is. I hear. Okay, there you are, Erwin. Hi.
Yeah, you wouldn't bring me back in, so I walked into my kitchen and cut my headphones out, and then when I came back, these stupid things have a microphone, so it's over.
Okay,
so,
then we extend the stream a little bit. Okay.
No, we don't have to
NERDWARS.
do that.
Now, I want to hear your prediction for Game of the Year.
It's May 3rd. Schedule 1.
Schedule 1?
Schedule 1.
If not, second prediction, what do you think? If it's not Schedule 1, what do you think it's going to be?
Belatro.
Didn't that already?
I don't fucking know. Expedition 33. That's my answer.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. I haven't played it. Expedition 33, Game of the Year.
Okay. Well, we've reached our 90-minute mark. It's been a blast. I definitely hope to have you on again in the future. I know you're a busy man.
3 months from now, I'll be happy to come back on. Yes.
That will be awesome. And 3 months from now, we will have you on again. Next Saturday, I will have Cinevere coming by. It's going to be a little VTuber girl stream, so I'll be whipping out my VTuber character. Monday through Friday, I will pick up once again on Devil May Cry, 11 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to check it out for Scooby Pups Arcade. Erwin, what you got coming up?
Sunday stream tomorrow, and then Tuesday night, and stay tuned. Really though, I will be, once I get this PC working, I'm going to be playing lots of games and lots of editing of those games, and I'm going to make a gaming channel with highly edited videos. Subscribe to that here in a couple months.
Yes, subscribe to him. Even if you don't want to, subscribe to him anyways.
Yes.
Why? Because he is awesome. He's the Dragon Emperor. He is a 3-time reigning waifu champion. And nobody can beat up Grogu like him.
He's asking for it. Grogu makes it easy. And actually, a beating up Grogu is probably going to be the profile picture for my gaming channel. I was going to try to get some art commissioned of me smashing him with a spiked baseball bat, and then that's probably going to be my profile banner as well as some merch. So yeah, I'm going to lean into the Grogu abuse with the new channel for sure. I'm probably going to call it spike bat. What, Grogu? Well, he doesn't talk. The little one that talks, he was not one to work today. I kept abusing him and it wasn't working for some reason. So I abused him harder. Yeah. Scoob, what are you searching for?
I'm not searching for anything. I promise. I'm not searching for anything, but I'm shocked with how much you have beat the crap out of that thing that it hasn't just fallen apart on stream.
He's got lots of scars. I'll go get him.
Oh God.
Talk, you stupid. Up. Oh, did I turn them on? There we go, you little.
I heard it. It's blinking. I'm surprised it still works. I'm surprised.
Oh, shit. That's, I mean, that's a little, you can't see it too well, but yeah, he's taking some damage.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him an eye patch, and that'll probably be my profile picture.
Oh, God, that'd be great. You know what? You could do an eye patch and have yourself with the bullets wrapped around you and the little Rambo hat patch that you have.
I was gonna do tinfoil hat for the hat, but I do like the Rambo, the bandolier. I will probably have to go with bandolier.
Well, once again, thanks for coming on the show.
Absolute pleasure.
We will have you on in about 3 more months, which will be awesome.
That's when I'm launching the channel. I have so much work to do, but thankfully most of it's a lot of it's playing video games. So, you know, hopefully I can get through it.
You'll persevere. If not, I'm sure Alec Baldwin's finger or Badger will help you out or not beat you.
Sometimes the beating is motivational.
Okay, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you either on Scooby Pups Barcade, 11 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, or next Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern. I have Cinevere. Be sure to check it out. And also, be sure to check out NERDWARS' link, as Zalosi has put in there. Like, subscribe to him. Like, subscribe to me, check out his videos, check out my videos, and you guys have a great weekend.
What? Wait, what is a Series X? You never answered me, Scoob.
It was just a random.
Press the button. You're supposed to press the outro button. What's the Series X, Scooby? I still don't understand. What's the Series X? Chat. No one was telling me what is the Series X. I've never heard of it before. You're supposed to hit the outro button, Scoob, while I'm talking. You're supposed to interrupt.
Whatever.